What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Sorare video. Today we're going to be talking about some of my favourite Premier League under-23 picks. Just looking to provide value. We're not looking at the big players that everyone's got, like maybe Enzo Fernandez, one off the top of my head. Might see a sneak peek to one we're going to talk about there. Let's go straight to him actually. So the first under-23 Premier League player that I'm going to speak about is Noni Madueke. News has come out today that Pochettino is likely to come in as the new manager, and I'm hoping Madueke gets good minutes under him. He's just kind of broken into Chelsea's first team with 2-3 really good performances. Seeing him start over Sterling or Mudryk, he can play either side really. And as you can see, the price, £11. Yeah, it is in pounds. Yeah, £11. I've just picked myself one up. How much did I pay? 0.01. So check what that is in pounds actually. 14. So overpaid on him. But for the new card, I'm guessing if we go to auctions offer, these are all his PSV cards. Yeah, so about the right price. Pretty happy with that. Got him off auction, so I'm going to try and get a few Chelsea players in my club because I'm a Chelsea fan. So Madueke, as I was saying, next season I think he's going to get a lot more minutes. As you can see, he's recently started for Chelsea. Really good game against Arsenal. Looked really dangerous against Bournemouth. Against Forest he wasn't as effective, but his dribbling still looks really good. Well, he's a forward, which I kind of like because there's not that many great forwards. So getting an under-23 at a club like Chelsea, where I think next season under a new manager, selling off a lot of players, hopefully they're going to gel a bit more. There's going to be a lot of wingers leaving, so hopefully Madueke can really break into the team, and I'm actually going to go on his all-time. Yeah, so if you've followed him before, he used to play for PSV. Don't know why he wasn't starting at the end. Must have been injured there, but he was a really good scorer for PSV. I think he's one of the best young English talents at the minute as like an attacking player. And for this price, he's still got 3 years under 23. I think it's great value. So he's definitely a player that I would be interested in picking up. Just gonna see what tier he's actually. It's not in any sort of pool. See, if you're not bothered, if you're not a Chelsea fan like myself, then you can probably just pick up one of his old cards. 0.008. It's literally nothing. For how good he could be, you can see he's starting to provide good scores already, and I think he's going to get a lot more minutes for Chelsea next season, and it could be one of the best players. I would rather be starting Madueke than Mudryk. So if Sterling's going to get minutes, Mudryk's going to get minutes. I think Madueke is going to be one of the more vocal players in the team, and Sterling, Mudryk are going to rotate. Madueke is obviously going to rotate as well, but I think a little bit less than the other two. So we're going to jump into the next player. I'm going to look at a defender. So I'll be back when we've got him up. So the second player is Benoit Badiashile. I imagine a lot of the players we're going to look at today are from a small pool of clubs. I think we're going to look at maybe 3 players from another club in a second, but a lot of clubs at the minute are really building around younger players. But you've got teams like Liverpool who really focus on, not focus, but they seem to have a very aging team. So a lot of the younger players we're looking at today are from similar clubs. So we've got Benoit Badiashile, still got 2 years of under 23, similar price to Madueke. I think he's an absolute steal. It's probably going to be my next pickup. Let's check what his cheapest card is right now. There's a Chelsea one for 0.87. I might actually try and pick that up later today. Look at his scores. When he starts, he's absolutely amazing. Just going to zoom out on this. He was at Monaco previously. Just amazing scores. We'll come back to his time at Chelsea. Yep, so as you can see, when he started for Chelsea, really good scores as well. He's really good ball playing centre back. Chelsea's defence is very hit and miss. You don't know if you're getting a clean sheet, or you don't even know who's starting. As you can see, Badiashile has been rotated a lot. when he was starting in this period, he was really good. I thought he was going to lock the spot down in the league, but he just got rotated out. I think it was due to he can't play in the Champions League for us, so they kind of swapped him out. But I thought he would get more league minutes. He's got himself back in the team recently, and he's been really good. Actually scored his first Chelsea goal there. Next season, I think Badiashile is going to get a lot more minutes. I'm going to try and provide some more club level insight to these players as well, than just like the Sorare value. And I think Badiashile next season is going to be really big for Chelsea. Saying that because Thiago Silva is going to be 38, and there's rumours going around that if he wants to go back to Brazil, the club aren't going to stop him too much. So, and Thiago Silva put a tweet out saying he's going to be blue forever. So it was kind of sounding like a leaving message, but I don't know yet whether he is going to leave. But even if he stays, he can't be playing every game. Wesley Fofana is going to be playing right centre back. Levi Colwell's coming back from loan, who plays left centre back. But if they wanted to play three at the back, Badiashile would probably start every game. And even if not, he's going to get more minutes than Levi Colwell, I would imagine. Just due to the fact he's been with the squad a bit longer than Colwell, because Colwell's been out on loan and was in the youth before that. And he's just a bit more experienced at this kind of level. Even though Colwell has played in the Premier League, Badiashile has just played a lot more first team football. So I think Badiashile is a great pick. We'll get the next player up quickly. I'm going to look at... am I going to look at... No, I'm going to go for Elise first. Elise, he's been a talent that's been talked about for years now. 3 years left at under 23. A little bit more expensive than the other two, about £25 you'd probably pick him up for. See if his options, yeah. 0.03. But an amazing talent, he takes an amazing free kick. I think he takes some corners. I don't watch too much Crystal Palace, but as you can see, his scores are getting pretty good now. Starting every game more or less. When was the last time he didn't start? That's a negative decisive. Yeah, so we're looking at January, and that's just a rest for him really. But he's a great scorer, and I just love this Palace team at the minute. They've got some really good young players coming through, Elise being one of them. I could maybe be worried about a move, but it's whether, like, they're not going to sell everyone. Gehi's rumoured with a move. Eze's been amazing. Wouldn't be surprised if some teams came in for him. And obviously teams are going to be interested in Elise. Zaha's going to leave. So I just don't know I don't really know much about his move yet. I haven't really seen any rumours about it recently. But I think he's a great pick. For this price, next season he's just going to get better. He's going to keep getting better and better until he does get a big move. So if you're a Palace fan, let me know whether you think you're going to keep holding for much longer. But I think Elise could be one of the best under 23 talents in the Premier League, just based on talent alone, that is. And I am going to... I don't know how to spell Eberiche Eze. We'll just search Eze. So this is one of his teammates from Crystal Palace. He's not even under 23 anymore. He's aged out. So we're going to leave Eze. But great talent. If you're looking for players, pick Eze up. I think this man is still... Yeah, 2 years left on Matt Gehi. The same as Badiashile. £10. That's so cheap for how talented he is. Came from the Chelsea Academy. Didn't really want to see him leave, to be honest. But look, it's great AA scores. If Palace manage to keep a clean sheet, then, you know, he's looking at really high scores around here. Over the years, had how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus scores over 70. So he's a really good player in not the greatest defensive team. Palace are quite solid defensively compared to some teams around him in the league. But obviously he's not... There's actually none on the market. He's not in the same kind of team as like a Man City defensively, or Arsenal if they've been good this season, but he's still managing to get these good scores. The rumours going around that he could be moving to Man United. So we're going to talk about that quickly. I think if he moves to Man United, he gets a lot of minutes. It's clear to see that Maguire isn't like in the mix at all anymore. Pretty sure Luke Shaw's been playing centre back instead of him, and then Dallow's been playing left back and Lindelof right centre back. So I think he's better than Lindelof. I think Lindelof's a good centre back, but I think Matt Guehi is so much better. He's young, and he's going to be someone that Man United bring in to eventually replace Varane in the long term if they do pick him up. So if he goes to Man United, I think it could be even better value, because Varane is getting injured quite a lot now. He's getting older. He's going to get minutes in the league next to Martinez, and Man United's defence is pretty solid. They're going to have Wan-Bissaka or Delors. I think Delors might leave. Luke Shaw left back, Martinez, and then Guehi or Varane. So it's going to be a solid defence. If Guehi goes there, then in the future I can definitely see him being quite an expensive pickup, and these scores are going to increase. Like these scores where it's just AA alone, add 10 on all of them for clean sheets he's going to be getting, especially if Man United sign a new goalkeeper as well. Could be looking at like consistently scoring over 60 for an under 23 player for another 2 full years. So Guehi's one of my favourite defensive picks with Badiashile, and we'll come back when we've got the next under 23 pick. So my next pick is Ian Maatsen, less than £5 for a great player. I'd take him back in a heartbeat. So he's been on loan at Burnley. Don't know what's happening with him yet. I think Burnley are looking to pick him up for about 30 million. But if Burnley don't manage to get him, he's either going to get a loan move to another lower level Premier League club than Chelsea. If we look at his scores here, great scores. Where's the... Yeah, so he's managed to get himself quite a few assists in the Championship with Burnley. I know the Championship's not the same level as Premier League, but I think he's a really good player. See, ideally for me, I'd get rid of Cucurella and bring him back as cover for Chilwell, get some good minutes in there, but I imagine that's not going to be the case considering the money we just spent on Chilwell. So I think Maatsen either has another year on loan at Burnley buy him, or another lower level Premier League club loan him. So either way, he gets minutes next season. I don't think he's going to be at Chelsea for next year, and his scores are just amazing for a left back. Yeah, so these are probably decisive games, obviously. Actually no, that's AA alone, a left back 50 plus, but a lot of these are going to be assists and stuff. So coming up to the Prem, he's not going to get as many assists, but just proving that like he can get this AA here. There's a lot of attacking AA. No, it's all in his duels, interceptions and tackles. I think he got himself a triple there, is that? Yeah, triple. So a player who can get a triple at 21, he's got 3 years left at under 23, and I think he's a real talent. He's definitely going to be getting Premier League minutes. If at worst he ends up in a top Championship team or back playing in the Dutch league or something like that, but he's definitely going to get some minutes, and he's a really good player. So for less than £5, if you've got the money free, I would definitely pick yourself up Maatsen, even if he's just going to sit in your club and not play for a while. I think he's got a real bright future. So this is one of the last players we're going to look at. It's Julio Enciso from Brighton. £25 you'll be able to pick him up for, and as you can see, he's kind of broken into the first team. He's getting minutes off the bench, starting some games. It's kind of 50-50 at the minute, but as we know, he hasn't really been playing as a centre striker. He's kind of been playing just behind either like your Welbeck or your Undav. I think he's just been playing in like a forward midfield position, and with the rumours of Brighton possibly losing McAllister, who else was it? Caicedo. They're going to be losing a few midfielders, so I think he's going to drop back into that attacking midfielder role and definitely like see himself getting a lot more minutes at Brighton. He's 19, he's under 23 until 2028, so he's got 5 years left. So I think he's a really good pick. Obviously Brighton are doing amazing. They're losing some big players this year, but we see this year on year, and they always bounce back with these great young talents that we've never heard of just coming into the team and just playing amazing really. They've actually got 5 fixtures left as well. It's probably the most fixtures for any team left in the league. Couple of good games in there as well. So Newcastle, Southampton and Villa aren't bad fixtures. Southampton obviously being the favourite. The other 4 are pretty decent teams, but I can see Brighton doing well against them. So he's kind of having like a breakthrough end of the season here. As you can see, didn't really do anything throughout the year, and towards the end it's like they're trying to bed him in, knowing that they're going to be losing players next year. So this could be a sign of he's going to start next year, and I think he's really good. We've seen him score some great goals, some long distance shots, 2 decisives against Wolves. I think they could have both been goals as well. No, a goal and assist, and I think he got a goal against Bournemouth as well. So I think he's really good talent. He's so young, and for that price, I just think he provides great value compared to some of the big names, the under-23s that other people are going to have. You don't have to play him in the under-23 division, because he probably doesn't have that peak in him yet, but he's definitely a player to pick up and just keep an eye on. So probably going to jump into the last player now, maybe 2 more, but I think I'm just going to look at 1 more. So possibly the last player I'm going to look at, again, great value, £5-6 you'll pick him up for. That's simply because he hasn't been getting minutes. We've looked at Ian Maatson, same price, and was starting every game, so it just shows you how value Chukwuemeka is. He's under 23 for another 5 years, and I think he's going to be really disappointed in the way in which Chelsea have dealt with him recently. He was denied a loan move in January, so he had to stay at Chelsea, probably thinking he was going to get some more minutes alongside Enzo, potentially be that long-term partner for him. But as that hasn't happened, and now Chelsea talking about signing another centre mid, I think Chukwuemeka stays at the club, stays with Chelsea, but I think they've got to let him get a loan. I think there's lower Premier League clubs and some top Championship teams that will definitely want to be picking him up on loan. He's going to be one of my next buys as well. I'm going to try and pick him up on auction when I get my Badia Sheila. But yeah, I think he's amazing. We've seen glimpses of him in the first team quite a while ago now, but for his age, I think he just looks an amazing player. We've looked at someone like Julio Enciso, who's really bedded into that Brighton first team now, but I think Chelsea have just got a few too many big names for Carney really to make his way in. But I think he'll get himself a loan move, and I think he'll really impress either at the top level of the Championship, Young Player of the Year in the Championship, or at a lower Premier League club, like when Gallagher was at Palace. I think it'll be a similar situation, but I think Carney will be even better. I think he's absolutely amazing. He's been tearing it up with the England youth teams, and even when I've watched him play for Chelsea, he's just amazing. So I think he's great value, even if he doesn't provide immediate scores. £5 just to sit in your club, I think he's someone that anyone should be looking to pick up. I think he's one of the best under 23 English players there is. So that's the video. Under 23 Premier League players. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Only about 20% of you guys that watch are subscribed, and we're trying to get that number up. We've just passed 100, so thank you for that. And while you're here, if you made it to the end, leave a comment and tell me who your favourite under 23 Premier League player is, and make sure you go check out the other videos on the channel. I'm running a £25 Road to Glory, where we have about 9-10 limited players in the club, and we're just seeing how far we can get, starting off with a £25 balance. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.